through the Upper Salmon River Trail today. It's one of my favorite ones because it's really quite historical, actually. There's a little description here. So this trail was actually used in 1825, and it starts here and goes all the way up to here. There's a lot of old remnants of the logging years. This is the trail they used to walk. I actually found a really old bucket on this trail once, quite a bit off trail, but still you can see remnants of different things around, and it's pretty neat. They also do a lot of salmon research here. So here's a little write-up about it. So anyone that's, you know, damaging or hurting the salmon or affecting them at all, their migration, they can actually receive a $250,000 fine. So that's quite a big fine, but it's an important project that they're doing, and there's a lot of needs out of research spots that they do. So anyway, we're going to start the trail now and hope you enjoy it. So we're just at the bottom of the big hill on Upper Salmon River. That's probably the worst part of this trail, in my opinion. And it's more so when you get back, so you got to climb up after you've done a big long trail. But it's a really historically interesting down here. This is where all the loggers went up and down, do their logging, and yeah. But anyway, I wanted to show you this river right here. The significance of this little, well, it's more of a stream, I guess, but this is the same stream. If you followed it all the way up through the woods and you kept going, this would be the same stream. Oh, just about fell in the brook there. This is the same stream that would go all the way up to Kinney Brook. So if you went all the way up that, you connect to that trail, and yeah, we'd be at the other, well, the middle of the park, I guess. But I will link to that video in the bottom of this. It was really neat when I did Kinney Brook, because the water was really low at that time, and because of that I was able to actually walk down the dry riverbed quite some time, and found some interesting things down there, including a waterfall. So I'll link to the bottom of that, and for now we'll just get back on the trail. So we're at the river now. You actually have to ford this river, and the park put a rope along over the river, so you have something to hold on to, so that's pretty awesome. I was really a bit worried about this today, actually, because last year when I was here at this time I couldn't cross. Water was so high. It would have been well over my waist, and it was just rushing a lot of rapids and whatnot, but this is one of the lowest I've seen it, actually, which is great for our purposes today. We might actually be able to cross at certain points. There's up further ahead, there's spots where you can jump over on dry rock and don't have to get your shoes wet. But I think I'll do that on the way back, because I just want you to experience the river crossing here. So the biggest trick that I like to use is I just look for the smooth rocks to stand on. I check if it's crazy slippery first, and then I just keep my hand on the rope and hope for the best. For the most part, these rocks aren't terribly slippery, and they aren't terribly sharp either. The water is really cold though. It's beautiful down here though. This benefit would be quite refreshing. It's one of the coolest things about this river to me is how beautifully clear it is. I'm just gonna stick this underwater so you can get an idea what I'm talking about. But it's just pristine down here. So the rope goes that way, but that looks pretty fast. I'm actually gonna go up and around here. This video might turn into a what not to do when you're hiking alone video. For one, put your shoes in your backpack so you have two hands. Number two, don't do big jumps like that. But I think we're gonna make it. There, safely across. So this is one of the funner parts of this trail for me. Maybe it's just because I feel like Jack Bauer. But you get to hang on to this rope right here. And so it just helps you not fall down the cliff, which is quite helpful. Fundy National Park put that up for us. This is different from last time I was here. This tree right here goes all the way up there. That's recently fallen. I wouldn't be surprised if that was from Hurricane Dorian. That went through. We got quite a lot of trees down, a lot of historic sites damaged, like St. John, the main Central Park in St. John. That had a lot of really old trees come down in it, but it was no different in Fundy. There's a lot of trees that came down, but nature always fixes itself over time, so that's one benefit. And yeah, so this rope just goes right along here. Some places it's more helpful than others, but the section back there is quite steep and slippery, so it's not a bad thing to hold on to it, and it can support quite a bit of your weight too. So if you do go fall and just hold on to it, it'll keep you up. This would be a good example here where there's not a lot of space left. Either you slip down there, but I could also hang on here and be okay. So anyway, we'll get back onto the quick version of the trail, and I'll come back to you once I find something else interesting to show you. Just wanted to stop for a moment to show you these rocks. Pretty sure you'll be able to tell with the video, but they're all quite smooth. And it just shows you how much higher the river comes. So you see where it is now. It comes, I mean, this rock is really smooth. Like the water's come up over it. So it's come up this high, which is pretty awesome if you think about it. Yeah, so just wanted to show you that. Thought that was interesting. This is actually all riverbed right here. Most of the year it's that low, but it does come up during the high season. So this is around where the black hole is on the trail. It's where when they used to send a bunch of logs down the river, used to carve out the river. And there's really deep sections of the river a little further down where it just hit, the bottom's all carved out because of all the logs that went down. But I thought this was kind of interesting. There's all kinds of these purple rocks. I don't know what they're called, but I'm sure someone on here does. But this is usually underwater, like right up to that bush up there. So it's kind of neat to see what the riverbed looks like. But like it's purple rock here, little ones there, all the way up here. So I just pulled this out of a rock. I don't know, it kind of looks like a tooth to me. I don't know what that would be from. I don't think I want to go hiking again if that is a tooth. That's kind of a joke, but I don't know. What would it be, a bear maybe, or could be a bone too, but just the shape of it really looks like a tooth. I might have to find someone to ask about that. Fascinating. So at first glance, I thought these were just footprints up along the shore, but when I got closer I realized they're actually moose prints, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So there's one right there, there, I keep going, there, here, and there, right into the water. And then I assume Hoppy goes down there or up, I don't know where he went, but anyway. Definitely a moose print. That's about the size of my hand. So I can't tell you exactly how large of a moose that is, but it's bigger than me. So we're just gonna go up here. Typically there's a picnic table up here, and there's also a porta potty. This is just like at the very end of Upper Salmon River Trail before you go on the Lower Salmon River Trail. So it's good to know there's a bathroom halfway through. Most of the longer trails out here do have this, which is good. There's also a ranger's cabin out here. I don't know if they call it a ranger's cabin, but it's owned by the park, and there's often ranger vehicles parked at it. So we went a little off trail to look at the river there, but over here there should be a nice picnic table if you're wanting to have a rest and a break from the hiking. I'll show you that, and I'll show you the sign. I'll show you where we got to on the trail and how much further we have to go. There's the picnic table. So if you came up the normal way, we went around the river to take a look, but if you came up this way, this is where the trail will come up. So there's another sign about the salmon preservation. They really want people to stay out of the way and let them breed, because it's population's going down. They're trying to increase it, so that's definitely something you want to support. Nothing you can really do wrong while you're hiking, unless you catch one and eat it, but I wouldn't recommend that. No sushi on the trails, please. So there's the cabin over there, porta potty there, and all the signs here just tells you where things are. So where we started was right here, and we just did all this. So we did the bulk of the trail already. So I was actually, I think I called it wrong earlier, but it's Upper Salmon River Trail, and there's an upper section and lower section, but this is the one we're about to do now. And it leads to the forks, which is a really pretty area, which of course I'll show you. Yeah. Here it is. Also, if you see some of these signs right there, the circuit trail, there was a Fundy run here. It's a marathon that actually runs through the woods, which is really neat. And my friend actually came second place in that, so it's kind of cool. Well, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to shut the camera off for your benefit. This is one of my favorite parts of this trail. It just goes out into this clearing and you're like right into this valley. Mountains all around you. I just think it's so cool. A lot of really pretty trees around this time of year. If you're watching this video and you want to come here in the fall, probably the first week of October would be your best bet. Around that time, end of September, early October. You can see this tree is starting to turn, but it's not quite out yet. I remember one time when I came here, the leaves was just at the point where the leaves were the brightest colors and they were just falling. I just happened to be there the day they were all falling in the wind. It was just a pretty neat experience. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a pond right there, and there's actually a beaver dam in there. I'm not seeing it right now, but the grass might have grown up too high, but probably won't go too close. Don't want to disturb, don't want to be attacked by a beaver today, but you're absolutely surrounded by wildlife here, which is the neat thing. There's actually a little trail through here. This could be a little deer trail. I think I found some blackberry bush right here. Probably won't test it out just in case it's a poisonous berry. And all this grass is pushed down here, so it tells me there's been animals in here, maybe deer and moose. I think the Beaver Dams is around that corner there. Oh no, it's right there. I missed it. Right in front of me. I don't see any beavers, but it's really hard to see a beaver. kind of interesting. All these little, or a lot of these little branches that are sticking out of the water, they've been cut off by a beaver. Pretty sure that's bear scat. Not 100%, but it's quite black and large. Maybe that's the bear who's looking for his tooth that's in my pocket. Let's hope not. Not quite sure what this is, but a ton of bald eagle feathers pulled in under that rock. So this is it, the end of the trail. It was quite a long one. It's quite beautiful. Oh, once you get here, little waterfall over there. There's ropes here. This connects to another trail that goes all the way up and goes to the Lafferty parking lot. Alright, so if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and come visit Fundy National Park. It's really great. You won't be disappointed regardless of what trail you go on.